Now, if you take that book, and if that's your hook, that's your first stream of income, just selling the book. But once you sell that book, hey, maybe you're going to come in after selling that book and say, hey, that give me a speaking event like what Matthew's saying. The average speaker can make an average of $3,000 if you're a professional speaker. From that speaking, that might lead you to doing some training for that same group. But after you do some training for that same group, that's your third stream of income, maybe a fourth stream of income. Somebody in that group, once you've done some training, they might want you to do some coaching. They might want you to coach you. Everybody needs a coach, and everybody needs a team. It takes a team to fulfill the dream, right? Yes, teamwork makes the dream work all the time.
All day long.
Kevin, in economic times like these, for our young people and adults, what's going to be your best strategy, or what strategy would you like to use, or what's your passion, or what drives you? What can you tell the people if you had the ball? What would be your technique?
Well, one of the techniques you all spoke about, and I'm going to give it a title and define it. It's a byproduct.
Okay.
The byproduct, when you write your book, from your book, you're doing speaking engagements. From speaking engagements, you're doing workshops. From the workshops, you're doing individual consulting or coaching.
Okay.
Or, let's take it in reverse order. The byproduct of a consulting is starting to develop material that you can turn around and do workshops on, and you take that material, add it to it, and that's your book. Everyone already has the book inside of them.
That's right.
It just has not been exposed or hasn't risen to the top. So, byproduct, think about what you're doing, and then go ahead and see what other things come from that, and that right there becomes your byproduct.
Fantastic, fantastic. Man, can you, ladies and gentlemen, some powerful, powerful stuff. In economic times like these, what we're talking about is really multiple streams of income. And really, one professor or one profound gentleman made a statement like this: said, every gift and talent the Lord blesses you with should be a stream of income, ladies and gentlemen. You have so many gifts and so many talents. See, it's time to really understand your gifts and your talents, and so that you can realize your purpose, your power, and your passion. And then in economic times like these, with the ball, you can cash in. Yeah, cash is still king. Yeah, Brother Cooper, tell me, with you being a real estate tycoon, money just flowing all over the place right now, we understand about the real estate. Tell us, how would you, or what would be your technique on making some money in an economy like this if you, my friend, had the ball?
Thank you. Glad you asked. Now, one of my techniques would be, a lot of times people may be thinking, well, I went through foreclosure, had a bankruptcy, my credit's not that good. How am I going to buy a property?
Okay, all right.
You can do a lease option.
There you go.
Lease option. You don't need no credit. You don't need a whole lot of money. You just take over the payment.
That's right.
So that's one strategy that you can do a lease option. And what you want to do, once you do a lease option, some people say, well, I'm going to go ahead and move in the house. Because I'm staying in an apartment, I'm going to go ahead and do a lease option, move in the house. Don't do that. Because we all know that when you live in your house, it's not an asset.
Talk to me.
It's a liability.
That's right.
So what you want to do, you want to rent it out.
Okay.
It's the same reason that I told you. Create cash flow.
That's right.
So your rent may be $800, your rent may be $1,000.
Okay.
If you're making a $500 profit off your rental, now you're living for $500.
There you go.
So now you go ahead and lease option another house. So now you're living for rent free.
There you go.
So that's what you want to do, and you want to keep buying houses, keep doing lease options, and increase your cash flow, because that's your true wealth.
All right.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right. He tipped on something. Wealth is not allocated, wealth is created. How long have you waited? Opportunities are everywhere. The key is we must pick up the ball. See, you got to have this ball. This ball is not going to go in the right direction that you want it to be. Every now and then, we might plan. Even in the game of football, we have receivers. Wide receivers, they go for the ball because, like we said, takes a team to fulfill the dream. So suppose you guys are on my team. We all teammates. I'm QBing right now. So if I wanted Kevin to go out for a pass as a wide receiver, I wanted Cooper to go out for a pass, but the play was I want Kevin to go down and out. I want Cooper to go down and out, but I'm going to hit Kevin with the ball. But every now and then, trying to hit Kevin with the ball, the defender might be on Kevin, so I might have to do an alternate And I might have to fake the Kevin, do an alternate route to Coop over here. That's just like it is in life, ladies and gentlemen. Your plans might have been, you might have went to college so that you can be maybe a doctor or a lawyer. That might not have worked out. But then you might have to take an alternate route, maybe and be a computer programmer. Just like in the game of life, just like in the football game. You must have an alternative. Hey, if you're a dentist and you just upset because you can't find a dental job right now, utilize that talent. It took you so much other skill sets to become a dentist. Analyze your skill sets and develop another passion or develop another opportunity. It's time to create something. The old adage used to be, if you don't own nothing, you don't build nothing, you don't create nothing, you don't sell nothing, you won't have much of nothing. You have what it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to be the entrepreneur that you were born to be. It's time for all of us to step up and be that entrepreneur that we were born to be. Matthew, what would be your number one technique or your strategy in a time as economic times? Say if you didn't have a job, you lost a job, things were going tough, what would you do, sir, if you had the ball?
What I would do was to create a vision for myself.
Yes.
I wouldn't make one move until I was very clear about where I wanted to go.
All right, all right.
It's almost like that running back getting the ball and waiting to see which hole opens up.
Okay.
And he hits it hard like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it's
I like
about.
that.
Being very clear about where you would like to go in life. And just get started. That's my main emphasis, my main strategy is to just get started. There are no perfect moments except for
That's
the ones
right.
that we create.
That's right.
And that's what it's about. So getting started. And once you begin to progress down that field, don't be afraid to make mistakes because guess what? Most games have a halftime.
Oh yes, okay.
Right.
And that's a time to
like that.
That's a time to revise your strategy. And with a halftime, most coaches, what they do is they emphasize to the players to do more of what worked and less of what did.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Never be afraid to make mistakes
That's
and
right.
go full
That's right.
force. Because mistakes and missteps are an inevitable part of this human experience. But our power lies in the ability to take corrective measures.
That's right.
Get started.
All right. Like that. It's some powerful stuff, And as Matthew said earlier, one key component. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, needs a coach in life. In every area. Just like you need a pastor at your church. Just like any profession that you go into, if you're going to be a dentist or a doctor or a lawyer, you need to go to law school, you need to go to dental school. Who's your coach trying to create wealth? Who's your coach trying to create financial freedom for you and your family? We all need a coach. You can't do it by yourself. Think about it. If the results that you have now and you don't have a coach, just analyze the results in your life right now. And if you don't have a coach that's helping you, then if you don't acquire or obtain a coach, the same disposition that you are in now, a year, 5 years down the road, you'll be in the same place.
That's right.
We have to advance. It's time to grow, ladies and gentlemen. We have to. That's why I advise you today, I don't care which way the ball go, pick up the ball and run with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to do something great. It's all about multiple streams of income. Yes, I said multiple streams of income. We talked about several streams, several strategies. Kevin talked about business. Ulysses talked about business. Matthew talked about business. I talked about business. But think about things, even things that are out of the box, multiple streams of income. It might be some businesses out here that you haven't thought about. You can start making money right away. Like something like a vending machine. You know, vending machines, there's 2-head, 3-head, there's bubblegum machines, there's cracker machines, there's soda machines. There are all kinds of vending machines. Think about the vending machine industry, because that's a business that you can control. Money's in the machines every month. Or maybe you can think about something like a most machine, a money mover machine. There's a lot of money to be made also in the money mover machine industry. The bottom line, you must find out what your purpose is. Find out what your purpose is. Find out what your passion is so that you can cash in these economic times. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're talking about the game of life. You've been watching How to Survive in a Bad Economy. We're still trying to share with you strategies, techniques, and tips on how to survive, thrive, but keep that dream alive in these economic times. I'm going to go around one more time, just very rapidly. This is like a rapid fire real quick. Going to give you the ball. What's a good tip that you want to give to the audience real quick today, sir?
Well, like Matthew said, get started, get motivated, and get support.
All right,
team.
all right. I like that. What tip can you give us today, sir?
All we have is now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Ready, set, go. You've never seen a runner back get a ball and then not run.
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, I just want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you have what it takes. So let's get started. Be that entrepreneur you were born to be, ladies and gentlemen. Start your business today. You're only a prayer away. Woman or man, how long have you ran? It's time. Yes, it's time for your business plan. It's time to take a stand. You're in demand? Ha ha. The game of life. I want to thank our great co-hosts here today for the show, Matthew C. Horn, Ulysses Cooper, Kevin Logan, myself, Charlie Grant, and all we want to know on this show, are you ready to grow? Until the next show, keep the faith.